The Los Angeles Clippers, a team with championship dreams, are now facing one of the biggest challenges in their history. With high hopes for the new season, a huge problem has come to haunt them, threatening their journey to the top of the NBA. Once again, the Clippers are in the spotlight because of a crisis that could shake up the NBA and shatter fan trust. This isn't just a rumor, it's already front-page news across all sports media. On September 3, 2025, shocking news broke. The Clippers were accused of breaking salary cap rules. These rules are made to keep competition fair, limiting how much teams can pay their star players. At the heart of this scandal is the claim that owner Steve Ballmer and superstar Kawhi Leonard were involved in secret payments to Leonard, going over the NBA's allowed limit. This news immediately caused a stir, because it involves two of the most important people on the team. This isn't just about money, it's about the game's honesty, public trust, and the future of NBA competition. If it's true, it could set a bad example for the league. The timing is really bad. The Clippers just opened the Intuit Dome, a huge arena that's a symbol of their new goals, and they're getting ready to host the NBA All-Star Weekend 2026. All eyes are on them, but instead of celebrating their achievements, the team is covered in suspicion and under pressure from all sides. The mood on and off the court is full of tension. The accusations are serious, dodging the salary cap, finding secret ways to pay Leonard extra, and giving the Clippers an unfair advantage over other teams. Practices like this could hurt the league's reputation. The stakes are very high. If these claims are proven true, not only their reputation, but the team's future and fan trust could be ruined. The Clippers could face serious penalties from the NBA. Fans, media, and the league are all demanding clear answers. Public pressure is growing every day. Are the Clippers really cheating to keep their star player? Or are they just a target of the tough business competition in the NBA? Let's dig deeper into the deal that's at the center of this NBA mystery and find out what's really going on behind the scenes. This big problem started with a huge marketing deal worth $28 million. It was between Aspiration, a new company focused on being green and good for the environment, and the company owned by NBA star Kawhi Leonard, KL2 Aspire LLC. Leonard's big name and Aspiration's good reputation should have been a great match. The contract said Leonard would get $7 million a year for 4 years. The main goal was for him to tell everyone about Aspiration. This is a lot of money, even for big-time athlete endorsements. But there's one thing that made everyone scratch their heads. Steve Ballmer, who owns the LA Clippers, is actually one of the main investors in Aspiration. So why would a company funded by Ballmer pay Leonard, his own star player, millions of dollars? Was this really just a normal endorsement, or was there something else going on behind the scenes? What's even stranger is that reporters and people watching couldn't find any proof that Leonard ever promoted Aspiration. No ads, no posts on social media, not even showing up at public events. Critics started to guess, saying this deal looked more like a secret payment than a real marketing contract. And it might even break the NBA's strict rules about how much teams can pay players. If it's true, this could be one of the cleverest or craziest ways to get around the league's rules about how much money players can make. The biggest red flag that made many people suspicious was that Leonard didn't do any public promotions. Why would someone pay millions of dollars if there's no real work done? That much money usually means a huge advertising campaign, but here, there was nothing. This mysterious deal ended up being the main thing that started an official investigation by the NBA and got a lot of attention from news outlets all over the country. The scandal blew up and became a hot topic everywhere. Next, we'll dive into how this story grew and shook up the basketball world. Journalist Pablotorre blew the lid off this scandal with a deep dive investigation on his show, which immediately became a hot topic in the sports and media world. With his reputation as a sharp investigative journalist, Torre highlighted details that had been hidden from the public, surprising many with his findings. In his report, Torre interviewed several former Aspiration employees who bravely spoke out, though their identities were kept secret. They claimed that the $28 million deal was openly discussed as a way to get around the NBA's salary cap, not just a regular partnership. Their testimonies made it clear that the deal was never about marketing. It was all a trick to funnel extra money to Leonard, with no real promotional activities happening. Torre's investigative team even looked into Leonard's digital footprint and public activities, but found no proof he ever promoted Aspiration. This further strengthened the argument that the deal was just a formality, without any real substance. The report concluded that the Clippers gained an unfair advantage, because they could keep Leonard happy without giving up their salary cap space. This clearly gave them a competitive edge they shouldn't have had. The NBA couldn't just sit back and do nothing when faced with the evidence Torre uncovered. The league immediately launched an official investigation, marking the start of a new chapter in this case. Torre's report turned what used to be just whispers of suspicion into a major crisis for the Clippers, and made the entire league sit up and take notice. The league is now facing a big test, not just about rules, but also about its reputation and public trust in the NBA's integrity. The public is demanding answers. Is this a clever scheme that broke the rules, or just a big misunderstanding? Everyone is waiting to hear the Clippers' response. Here's the official statement they finally released to the public. The Clippers immediately denied all the accusations, calling them proven false. They admitted to having a partnership with Aspiration, but said it ended early because Aspiration failed to pay them. The team insisted they were unaware of any illegal activity, and only found out about Aspiration's problems when the government started investigating the company for fraud. The Clippers see themselves as victims of Aspiration's bankruptcy, not as partners in crime. They argued that if there was any wrongdoing, they knew nothing about it. The team is firm and ready to defend their reputation. Now the NBA and fans have to decide who to believe, the whistleblowers or the Clippers management. But the Clippers aren't alone. In a surprising twist, former Dallas Mavericks owner MarkCuban publicly defended Steve Ballmer and the Clippers. Cuban argued that Ballmer, a sharp businessman, wouldn't risk such an obvious scheme, especially one that would unravel during bankruptcy. He pointed out that making secret payments through a bankrupt company would guarantee exposure. Cuban's logic: Ballmer is too smart to make such a reckless move. His support made many people rethink the story. Not everyone in the NBA world believes the Clippers are guilty. Cuban's viewpoint added a strong counter-narrative. He even offered a different theory. Cuban suggested that the Clippers and Leonard were actually victims, scammed by Aspiration and its founder, Joseph Sandberg. In this version, the Clippers thought they were entering a legitimate sponsorship, unaware of Aspiration's deceptive nature. Sandberg used high-profile deals to make his company seem trustworthy and attract more investors. The Clippers and Leonard, like many others, were tricked by a criminal company. This theory shifts the blame from the team to Aspiration's leadership. It's a convincing defense, especially since Sandberg has already been indicted for fraud. The Clippers might just be unlucky partners in a big scam. But how did Aspiration's bankruptcy reveal everything? Aspiration going bankrupt in early 2025 showed how much money trouble they were in, and it opened up their money books for everyone to see. The bankruptcy papers showed Aspiration owed the Clippers $30 million, and they owed $7 million to Leonard's company. This showed everyone the secret deal. The founder, Joseph Sandberg, was arrested for tricking investors out of $248 million and later said he was guilty. The company's bankruptcy proved it was a criminal operation, not just a business that didn't work out. This information backs up the idea that the Clippers were tricked, not that they were in on it. The bankruptcy papers are why the deal came out. Without them, the secret payments might have stayed hidden. Now the NBA has to figure out what to do with this information. The investigation is still going on. The NBA started a formal investigation, asking for documents and interviews from the Clippers, Aspiration, and Leonard. The league is under pressure to protect how their salary cap system works. If the Clippers are found guilty, they could face big fines, lose draft picks, or even have contracts canceled. The stakes are super high. This could decide the team's future. The investigation will be thorough and private, but the results will be very public. The Clippers' new arena, their plans to host the All-Star Game, and their good name are all on the line. The league's decision will send a message to every team. Will the Clippers be cleared or punished? The answer will shape the NBA for years to come. As of September 4, 2025, the Clippers' future is up in the air. Are they cheaters or victims? The NBA investigation will decide. The timing couldn't be worse. This team is ready for a new era, with a new arena and superstar talent. Instead of celebrating, they're fighting for their good name. Fans, players, and the league are all watching closely. The outcome will test the NBA's commitment to fairness and competition. No matter what happens, this scandal will be remembered for years to come. The fate of the Clippers and the trust of basketball fans is on the line.